Unfortunately, the interrogation for the two main ladies are still unavailable. But I wanted to do some interrogation. Oliver's still coming, but I'm doing Wuhuanzi first. Wuhuanzi. Drinking water mixed with paper talisman ashes, sticking talismans on people's bodies, making patients dig up weeds, acupuncture. These treatment methods sure seem familiar to you. After what happened at the fete, nothing surprises me anymore. The Bureau arranged medical examinations for these patients and, well, they're all in good shape, healthier than before even. Eastern medicine is truly beyond our understanding. I'm not a fan of the idea of Path to Nowhere essentially fucking encouraging quack medicine just because it's Chinese. When they've been doing a good job, especially with the previous Chinese New Year event, where they mixed traditional understanding with logic and science in order to save the world. Wuhuanzi is apparently just a miracle worker. After entering this city, Wuhuanzi ran street clinics in crowded areas. Despite her low fees, she attracted few patients. She would also often get driven away by security officers for practicing without a license. It's understandable that this city residents would be wary of such a young traveling doctor claiming to be from Eastia. Eventually, she reached Drifter Camp and stayed there for a while before continuing her medical practice elsewhere, until she got involved in the Wisteria Mania incident. After that, she remained there offering free medical services for good karma, she said. For good karma. Has she shown any changes since joining the Bureau? Since joining the Bureau, she's been proactively offering treatment to both sinners and staff members. She's not offended when they refuse either. She simply returns after some time and offers her service again, like it's some kind of routine checkup. Chief, Wuhuanzi's interrogation is scheduled for 2 days from now. We need more time for observation. Also, should we stop her from providing unauthorized medical treatment within the Bureau? I would say yes. It's actually the true miracle here is the fact that fucking Dr. Iron hasn't done anything about it. No need. We'll proceed with the interrogation as scheduled. As for how to handle her unauthorized medical practice, the interrogation should give us our answers. Well, it's weird to see her without her backpack. There's actually a 3D model of this room. And a very detailed 3D model of this chair. That's a relief. I thought this would be the 5th light I would have broken since coming to the Bureau. Relax, the Bureau's equipment is sturdier than that. My friend, your complexion has worsened during the days. I didn't see you. Ashen face, furrowed brow, lifeless eyes, pale lips. Is this actually Wuhuanzi's theme? I thought it was just another comedic type thing. Did you bring me to this private cell today so I could give you a special consultation? Yeah, other way around, actually. Also, I'm always like this, so believe it or not, this is normal. Not to say that it's fine that this is normal, but... Of course not. One must never turn a blind eye to their ailments, however mild they might be. As fortune would have it, I wrote a new healing talisman just yesterday. I am in reasonably good health, thank you. Very well. You can come to me for treatment whenever you need it. Eastern medicine focuses on observing one's vital energy, predicting its course, and treating ailments before they manifest. It's simply a different approach from this city's prevailing medical theories. As the saying goes, prevention is better than a cure. Best not wait until the illness becomes untreatable. Slow down. Thanks for the Eastern medicine crash course. Let's set that aside for now, though. Pay careful attention to my following questions. Your answers to them will determine the level of supervision you'll be placed under. Why were you at the Fate when the Wisteria Mania broke out? Because of my bad luck. What? I wish I knew. I tried so hard to avoid that storyteller. When she went left, I went right. But somehow, no matter which direction I took, all paths led to the same place. I still ended up getting dragged into her story. And this time it was even worse. Dreams piled on top of illusions, and I ended up in that bizarre fate. Not only did I nearly die, but now I'm locked up in this bureau, or whatever it is. Hey, this place isn't that bad. Not sure how comparable life here is over back in Rustfire, but don't look at me with such pity. I've grown accustomed to walking hand in hand with misfortune. It's simply something I have to live with. What brought you to this city? To save lives, of course. What I mean is, you're from the Healer Vale in Eastia. I travel all the way to this city to practice medicine. Weren't there enough patients back in Eastia? I'm merely an herbalist. Traveling to heal the sick is my calling and how I gain experience. With mania running rampant in this city, there are naturally more patients here and thus more opportunities to earn good karma. You say you practice medicine for good karma. What exactly does that mean? If Sans fought you, would you die immediately the moment you touch a single one of his attacks? It's part of the spiritual cultivation practice. Accumulating good karma lessens karmic burden, wards off misfortune, and enhances one's spiritual power and enlightenment. Let's just say healing people earns me good karma. I've known other sinners who were doctors. They acted out of professional calling, never mentioning any personal gain from helping others. Even considering our regional differences in varying medical philosophies, could practitioners of the same profession really have such contrasting motivations? Are your persistent attempts to treat me also about earning good karma? Yes, and since you're someone important here, your life is worth even more good karma. Did I ever reveal that I was someone important during the Fate? But you've also helped ordinary citizens and people from the Drifter camp. They're hardly what you'd call important people. In Istia, we also believe having something is better than having nothing. I mean, everyone should believe that. Unless you're Buddha, I guess. So according to what you're saying, you earn different amounts of good karma depending on who you save. Do you lose karma if you fail to treat them? How many ordinary citizens would equal one VIP? Is there a formula for this? The mechanism behind is not meant to be understood by mere mortals like us. So does practicing without a license reduce your good karma? I merely lack this city's official permission. That doesn't affect my ability to heal patients. It does though. I can understand people's desire to accumulate wealth, but what's your purpose in accumulating good karma? Your belief seems to lack any support from concrete theory or data. Checking the recording. To break free from my curse of misfortune. How much good karma do you need to break the curse? Is there some kind of progress bar to track it? The ancient texts say 3 good deeds a day for 3 years shall bring heaven's blessing. Since my misfortune persists, I must not have accumulated enough good karma yet. Help me understand something. As a physician, when you prescribe medicine, don't you adjust the treatment plan based on how the patient responds? So going back to our subject, if your actions aren't bringing any changes to your life, could it be that good karma simply isn't the right medicine for breaking your curse? What I mean is, you've accumulated so much good karma already, and yet, you still seem constantly troubled by bad luck. You're right. I've tried so hard to accumulate good karma, so why am I still cursed with such terrible luck? A disaster destroyed my homeland and took my family away. I lost everything that mattered to me, only to end up cursed with this endless misfortune. I don't know how much good karma is considered enough. I can only keep trying to earn more. Surely one day I'll have enough to break this curse, right? What good would knowing the truth do? Nothing can be changed. It would only bring more pain. That concludes this interrogation. The Bureau has been monitoring and examining your conditions of your patients, and turns out they're all in good health. Though you may be practicing without a license, you are without a doubt a qualified physician. Many people at the Bureau need medical attention. While we do have our own infirmary, I suppose we could give Eastian medicine a try. Of course, our infirmary will monitor the progress. If you need anything, you can always reach out to Nightingale. Thank you. So, can I go now? If we consider good karma as a kind of currency, Wuhuanzi's practice isn't much different from regular medical care. Sometimes she even offers free treatment, not receiving any actual payment at all. How is this any different from charity work? Does she not want people to see her work as acts of kindness? Or maybe she's even trying to hide how much she truly cares about saving lives. Then, could she be using good karma as an excuse to hide her true feelings? Do people like her really exist? Why? During today's interrogation, she kept dancing around my questions. Maybe she was also aware that her explanations didn't hold water, but just couldn't bring herself to admit it. It looks like it all comes back to good karma in the end. One step at a time. A funeral in the drifter camp again. There's still so much to be done. I should make time to visit the drifter camp, see what else we can do for them. Chief, would you spare me a moment? It's something urgent. Newspaper? How do we have all this technology and still be so old-fashioned? Nightingale, proceed with the standard procedures for now. Email me about any tasks that need my attention. We're alone now. Tell me what's on your mind. I need a permit to leave. Now. That tower still makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry. If we hadn't been in such a hurry, you wouldn't have blown out that tire right after we left. Bruh. I drew divination stick last night. The reading warned of obstacles ahead, so this must be my misfortune at work again. I'll pay you back with the money I make from my consultations. This counts as an official expense. I can probably get reimbursed. Really? Would Adjutant Nightingale approve of that? She will. Probably. The funeral begins in less than 30 minutes. Your task now is to locate where it's being held and fast. What's your reason? A few months ago, I treated an old lady at the drifter camp. I know I cured her, so why is her name in the obituaries? Something must have gone wrong. Calm down. Did I miss something? Could there have been an underlying condition I failed to spot? Or was there something wrong with the medicine I prescribed? I remember her name from the medical reports. You did cure her condition. There might be some misunderstanding in there. Her death may not have anything to do with your treatment. Try to stay calm. The Bureau receives multiple mania incident reports every day. The drifter camp hasn't been peaceful lately. What are you hoping to find at the Drifter camp? I need to verify the true cost of Granny Wu's death. Let's go. A sinner needs a supervisor for emergency outings, right? And a driver. Wait, what? I thought Chief couldn't drive. I thought she always had, cause she never drives. She always has like a fucking driver for her, a escort or whatever it's called. This is it. We're here. Been a while since we saw this background. How did Miss Wu pass away so suddenly? Didn't she recover from her leg condition? I heard she was even looking for part-time work. Who knows? Maybe she really wasn't cured after all. I remember that doctor. She was muttering strange things constantly and looking so gloomy. Probably just another quack. Don't spread rumors. I heard Miss Wu encountered a corruptor while working outside the Drifter camp. That's what happened. What's the point of going through the treatment? She still ended up dead all the same. I want her not to wander around outside. Just look how dangerous it is out there. These days, if she had just stayed home, none of this would have happened. How can you talk like that? What's wrong with getting treatment? Try to show some respect. Is it all pointless? Do you also think that in times like these, saving lives is just a futile effort? Wanza! I've heard such talk many times before. It doesn't bother me anymore. Does it really not bother you? Or have you just grown used to it? If it were you, if you knew that saving someone might expose them to greater dangers later, and you'd be misunderstood by others for it, would you still offer your help? We can answer that honestly. Eastia and this city are worlds apart in everything. Language, mythology, theoretical frameworks, even fundamental ways of thinking. You're a doctor, and I'm the chief of the MBCC. We operate in completely different environments, with entirely different approaches to saving lives. I'm not confident I can give you a good answer simply by applying my imagination. And I know my answer won't be useful to you right away. But I can share with you my personal experience at the Drifter camp. Would you like to hear my perspective? Oh, if it isn't Xie! It's been ages since you last visited. Check out my new home, just finished rebuilding it yesterday. What do you think? Looks very nice. Xie, you wouldn't believe it. A corruptor broke in yesterday, but our guys from Rustfire managed to take care of it. Mania incidents have been on the rise lately. Stay safe and get those counter defenses rebuilt as soon as you can. Why rebuild it? What's that, young lady? I said, with so many corruptors out there, why not move somewhere safer, instead of rebuilding this place? Huh? But this is our home. When someone breaks into your home, you fix it up. Can't just abandon it now, can we? Xie, I think I've developed a sleepwalking problem. In my dream, I was circling around this huge wisteria tree and was... Everyone, please calm down. I'm here today to assess the impact of the mania incidents. Please, don't crowd around. So you're the renowned... Yes, that's me. Happy to be of service. Shia, you see. My old man's a little superstitious. Keeps forcing me to buy all sorts of protective charms to hang around the house. Ancient coins, beechwood swords, even crosses and garlic. It's all sorts of religions. What the hell? I don't know how to reason with him. He keeps saying we must be cursed with bad luck. That's why we keep suffering through these disasters. Then he starts going on about how I'm not trying hard enough. Says I need to defy destiny or else don't bother coming home. This has nothing to do with luck or personal effort. Mania corruptors and even black rings are real threats that exist whether we like it or not. Crises that we all need to face together. As for those lucky charms, if they really work, we wouldn't need the Public Security Bureau or the FAC. And we could all just pray our problems away. My friend, do you think that a person's fortune has nothing to do with how hard they try? I believe luck is nothing more than probability. I consider myself a hard-working person. That doesn't seem to improve my luck one bit. What about lucky charms? Have you ever tried using them? You mean this? If it can't even hold itself together, how's it supposed to protect me? See? Now I even have to put it back in one piece. Then, if neither effort nor lucky charms work, what can I do to avoid disaster? To escape all this misfortune? Shouldn't Eastian philosophy have explanations for this? I don't know much about it, but I remember you practice divination and consult almanacs. What about your talismans? Your beechwood sword and all those tools you carry? Shouldn't you know better than me about these things? Don't tell me you're not sure about them either. I'm indeed not sure. In the books I've studied, it is written that virtue brings fortune to those who practice it, and that the morality of the foundation of all things. Morality is the foundation of all things. I kept telling myself that healing others was just to accumulate good karma, that everything would get better once I'd earned enough. But it seems I never really convinced myself of that. Are you saying you've been lying to yourself? Why? Back in the interrogation room, when I said I was accumulating good karma to break my misfortune, I wasn't lying to you, I just withheld certain things. My misfortune wasn't something I was born with. It came from the disaster that destroyed my hometown. You haven't memorized the new passage from yesterday? Yes, I know it. Fortune and misfortune cannot unbidden, but through our own doing. The fruit of good and evil follows us just like one's shadow. Excellent. Now do you understand what those words mean? A senior disciple explained it to me. It means our actions determine our fortune. So good deeds bring forth good fortune, and bad deeds bring misfortune. Your mother and I have chosen a nickname for you, Wuhuanzi. When you grow up, if you also wish to. Oh my, it's too early for such talk. All we wish is for Yo-Yo to grow up healthy and carefree. Whether she wants to inherit this nickname or become a healer, it's all up to her. Yo-Yo, here's another saying I want you to know. A single act of kindness can ward off 100 calamities. Whenever you feel chased by bad luck, just remember to be kind. The good karma you accumulate will help ward off all your troubles. Like how you heal people and save lives? Yes, that's right. The more good we do, the better this world becomes. The disaster is here! Run! Someone's injured here. Quick, stop the bleeding. Tie a tourniquet around the severed limb. Needle the vital points, then... Watch out! Rock fall! No! Father! Mother! Someone help us! Monsters! People are turning into monsters! No! No! Stay back! How could this happen? The veil is gone. Didn't you say healing others would save the world? Father, Mother, you lied to me. Didn't you tell me doing good deeds can ward off all troubles? Then why? Why did you leave me? There's nothing wrong with healing others, but this was a calamity that no one could have escaped. Father, Mother, none of us did anything wrong. We healed people and saved lives. Why were we still struck by such a tragedy? Please, I can't make sense of it. Was our faith not strong enough? Yo-Yo, stay strong. It must be that our spiritual cultivation was still lacking. Yes, that's right. We hadn't earned enough good karma to ward off such a destructive disaster. So that's why? That must be it. There can be no other reason. That disaster destroyed the healer veil and took my parents from me. I survived narrowly and even awakened my special power. But with it came this misfortune that has haunted me ever since. My fellow disciples were like family to me. They comforted me and encouraged me to overcome my grief. I had no time to dwell on my sorrow. With Eastia ravaged by disasters and sickness, I set out on my journey to heal and save as many as I could. Throughout my journey, I've saved many lives and lost just as many. I once thought I could wrestle lives from death's grasp, but in the end, I realized how powerless I truly was. When the world itself is crumbling, what can one person do to stop it? All my medical knowledge means nothing in the face of the calamity. I watched helplessly as those I had healed were slaughtered by monsters, crushed by falling rocks, burned alive in flames. The dying transformed into monsters themselves, while the survivors lost their homes and families. I've convinced myself that I'm only healing others to earn good karma as instructed by the ancient texts, and attribute my misfortune to not having done enough. But every time I try to save someone, I'm terrified. Is the act of saving lives ultimately meaningless? Am I truly saving them, or merely changing the way they'll meet their end? Have I been wrong all along? In a world like this, it's pointless to try to save someone's life, isn't it? It's not pointless. You choose to save others because that's who you are. Someone with a kind heart. Look around you. These simple moments of daily life continue because of the lives you've saved. Isn't that the point? You've come such a long way on your own, witnessed so much death and despair, yet you've never stopped trying to save lives. That takes remarkable strength. The difficult task of saving lives took its toll on you, so you found yourself an excuse, or rather, an anchor to hold on to. It does help steady your heart and numb the pain, but like any anesthetic, its effects grow weaker over time. I'm glad you shared this with me. It means you're starting to trust me, aren't you? You asked me earlier if I knew that saving someone now might expose them to greater dangers later. And I might be misunderstood by others for it, but I still offer my help. Of course I would. Those people who just came to share their stories and express their gratitude, they're the ones I've saved. I could never stand by and watch them die. There's only so much I can do, and those I've saved still face many challenges ahead. Some of them are doing well now while others are worse off than before. Do they ever regret being saved by you? I don't know, but I knew though that the dead have no chance for regret. Before saving someone, do you ever consider what might happen to them afterward? I mean, is there really time for that? Choosing not to save someone leads to only one outcome, death. But choosing to save them creates endless possibilities, for both them and for yourself. Even if death will still claim them in the end. Even if death will still claim them in the end. The existence of something cannot be undone. People may die, but the memories we share with them live on. Buildings may crumble, but as long as their builders survive, they can be rebuilt. Take this area in the West District. Some places have been reduced to ruins while others have risen again with towering new buildings. Even ruins themselves become historic landmarks that people remember and visit. I've saved others, and others have saved me in turn. That's the sole reason I'm still standing here with you today. Death is never meaningless. Things happen, people remember. This memorial stands for all those who gave their lives for the Drifter Camp and the mine. No matter how many times this place is destroyed, people will rebuild it again and again. It's because of people like this that humanity's history continues to be written. And to be honest, I don't really care about being remembered. I don't do what I do to leave behind a legacy or achieve what people could call a happy ending. And why? What do you save lives for? Simply because I want to. That's it? That's it. Well, I just couldn't stand by and do nothing. Why help them out? I don't understand. Saving lives is a complex task. Can the motivation really be that simple? A person's life or death affects so many people, so many things. Let's hurry and clear this area. Miss Wu was really concerned about rebuilding the memorial before she passed away. Miss Wu cared about so many things. Kids' education at the Drifter Camp, support for the elderly, left on their own. We must carry on all these missions she left behind. Of course we will. Miss Wu sure kept herself busy after recovering from her leg injury, taking on so many responsibilities. But at least Miss Wu was happy. She kept talking about that gifted young healer who cured her leg, saying she wanted to properly thank her if they ever met again. Oh shit, this is the youngster bee talking. It's too late for that now. Wonder if that young healer came to Miss Wu's funeral today. Are they Granny Wu's students? You see, even though Miss Wu has passed away, treating her sure isn't meaningless, wasn't it? As you guys like to say in Eastia, every encounter happens for a reason. There must be a reason why we met them here today. My friend, you're growing more and more knowledgeable about Eastian culture. I like how she calls us our friend. Actually, before coming here, I was wondering if treating her leg somehow led to her accident. If I hadn't cured her self-righteously, she could still be reading by the window or making crochet dolls. She might not have ventured into danger and died such a meaningless death. I couldn't accept Miss Wu's eventual death despite my treatment. It's my one-sided regret. Am I forcing my will upon the natural order by thinking like this? Perhaps your belief that she died a meaningless death is just as one-sided. Is Granny Wu's funeral over? Young healer, you came back! Thank goodness. My brother and I were completely overwhelmed with the funeral arrangements. We only heard from the neighbors afterward that you'd come by, but got scared off by the crowd. My brother went out looking for you while I waited here. Here you are. Please accept my deepest condolences. My mother spoke of you a lot. She would tell us how much you helped her when you were here, and what a dear, kind person you were. She was always worried about you, if you had a place to stay, if you were eating properly, or if law enforcement was bothering you. Your mother, she was truly a kind soul. She was the one who took me in when I couldn't afford to stay in an inn. When everyone else doubted me and refused my treatment, she gave me a chance, saying she hadn't been able to walk for years anyway. Is there anything I could do to help? Something I could do for your mother? You've already done so much for us. My brother and I will take care of the funeral arrangements. Please don't worry. In fact, I wonder if we could do anything for you. Oh, I hope I'm not being presumptuous. It's just that you look so sad and aggrieved. May I know, after she regained her ability to walk, was your mother happy? Of course, she was over the moon. And it wasn't just her. My brother and I were overjoyed to see her that way as well. Because of her leg, she hadn't left the drifter camp for many years. While we were away working, she spent most of her time alone at home. Her spirits lifted considerably. She used to be a teacher, so she even found a part-time nanny job in Eastside. She wouldn't stop telling us how full of energy she felt. She was even saving money to buy gifts for her grandchildren. Then, how did she pass away? A few days ago, A rogue corruptor appeared in the outskirts of East Side. My mother was on an outing with her employers and their child at the time. She died protecting the child from the corruptor, but her sacrifice brought enough time before the sheriffs arrived. No way. If she'd stayed in the drifter camp, maybe she wouldn't have... No, please don't think like that. She never regretted leaving home, and she would never regret saving that child. Though her death broke our hearts, we feel proud of her. She dedicated her whole life to nurturing children, and she died protecting one she loved. My mother always preferred tranquility, so we kept her funeral simple and quiet. We wanted her to depart this world in peace and serenity. Was she at peace when she passed? Did she suffer at all? It happened quickly, which was a mercy. I see. That's a relief. May I go in? Of course you can. My mother would have been very happy to see you. Granny Wu, I'm here. I'm at a place called the Bureau now. I have a room there, food on my table, and someone who patiently answers all my questions. I can continue healing people and doing good deeds. Whoa. What's happening? What's with the internet? No, we were getting to the good part. Damn it! No! That spam clicking like this hurts. How does anyone play Oast with just their mouse? I'm not even moving it around. I'm doing well, so wherever you are now, please don't worry about me. So, young healer, did you find the answers you were looking for? You see, things aren't always as simple as they seem. When danger strikes, the urge to save others comes naturally. It's the same for Granny Wu. She did that because she had a kind heart. So did you. So stop talking about the crumbling world and how everything's beyond saving. Leave all those troubles to those big shots. Is that really okay? Isn't it foolish to keep trying when it seems pointless? Yeah, it is pretty foolish. But thanks to that very foolishness, we've both managed to save quite a few people, haven't we? Saving this city might seem impossible, but we can always help the person right in front of us. Whether through a kind deed or a gentle word of guidance. Who knows? Once we've helped everyone we can reach, we might just find we've saved the world in the process. After all, the world is made up of the people you see. Whatever you witness, whatever you feel, that becomes your world. I understand now. Whether something is truly foolish or meaningful, we'll never know unless we give it a try. From now on, I'll help everyone I want to help, whether it earns me good karma or not. My friend, thank you for bringing me to the Drifter camp and for walking this long path with me. I'm glad you found the answer. Mental turmoil is terrible for one's well-being. You keep trying to heal me, but you should take care of yourself as well. Then, can I start by helping you? Not for any particular reason. I simply want to, even if you don't want my help. I'm going to help you anyway, and of course, free of charge. Of course you can. Why don't we start with you helping me resolve the mania-related issues at the Drifter camp? For instance, how about sealing that breach the Corruptor made on the east side? Maybe with your talismans. Do I really have to drink this? You must. Can I please skip this one? No. I always love when these interrogations end with the chief's life being just ever so slightly worse than it was before. The punchline of being saintly is that you're never rewarded the correct way. I liked it. But at the same time, I can't forgive its first face. It has a really nice message about, doing good regardless, and that sometimes life really is just a bitch, but that shouldn't deter you from doing the good things you've already been doing. It's a good moral lesson to impart on people. Again, though, my biggest problem with it is that, again, it seems to be saying quack medicine is alright in the first phase, at least. I know it is. It's perfectly normal in this world. With magic and sinners and corruptors and stuff. Considering the themes of Back to Nowhere, though, being all about using logic and always finding hope within the despair and all that stuff, and always believing in reason and logic and stuff, something like that just doesn't feel fitting thematically. But probably just me. I guess that explains why she has bad luck. Yikes.
From one angle and then
fall into the dream when the sky begins to bloom. Welcome to Elysium. Everything you feels alright, alright. Walking on the sea, hear the breath of winds floating on the breeze, drifting in the freedom.
I don't think sloth makes sense. Wouldn't she be a sinner of love? Yugu is a fraud. Yep, I'll believe it. That's perfect though. That one is perfect. You being a sinner of love also makes perfect sense. It's a little sad that you're literally sidelined. What's up with that? Salome is also on the side, but at least she's literally the first thing you'll always see. Also, there's way too many slots. What the hell? Why is greed the smallest cast? First, Darren.
Let's go.
Or Yao. Yao's also in this side. Why is every limited edition character sidelined? I wonder if Jolene would be here in the Chinese version. In any of these. She's either anger or violence. There you go, fraud. Well, at least Darren's quite visible. I got 0. Oh. Holy shit, this cast list is so big, but they still don't have an official art piece. A little sad. But that technically does mean Zero's a little sidelined as well, isn't she? Yeah, Tesla has a sick lineup. I'd like to see an official banner for them. The entire thing will be glitchy just because of Zero's existence on it. It'd be cool.